Hello and welcome to this AB Tutor Cloud 10 setup tutorial. In this video I will be showing you how to set up AB Tutor on Chromebook clients by pushing out the AB Tutor Client extension with Google Workspace. Before starting, please ensure that your firewall gives all your clients full access to abtx.net and abtutor.cloud and their subdomains on port 443, including for access to WebSockets from these URLs. If your firewall requires the subdomains to be specified, you can get a full list for your tenant by using the tool available in the Chromebook deployment page in the user guide, linked in the video description. If this is your first time using AB Tutor Cloud, you will need to create an administrator account on your tenant. Your tenant is your private instance of AB Tutor Cloud, which is in charge of your sites and the clients on them. Go to abtutor.com and sign in. Your account page will show you a list of your licenses. If you have more than one, please ensure that you select the correct one for this client install. Click the red Create Administrator button to start the process, and then sign in with your Google or Microsoft domain account. This will automatically initialize your tenant and take you to the admin interface. This is a useful page to bookmark, as it allows you to go straight to the admin console without going through abtutor.com. You will also need to set up delegations for the AB Tutor integration in your Google Workspace. The details can be found in the Directory Integrations page in the help, again linked in the description. Open this page and then open a new tab or browser window so you can easily switch between the pages. Log into the Google Workspace Admin Console, click Show More if necessary, and select Security, Access and Data Control, API Controls, and then Manage Domain-Wide Delegation. On this page, you can add the two API integrations, so click Add New, and then copy the client ID and scopes for the Background Access API client from the other tab into the Google Workspace Admin Console. Click Authorize to save the setting. Now repeat this process for the Login API client as well. Additionally, in order to deploy the AB Tutor client extension, your Chromebooks must be enrolled into Chrome Education or Chrome Enterprise Device Management. This allows Google Workspace to force deploy the extension and ensures that the end user is not able to remove it. From the AB admin interface, you can tell AB Tutor how to access the school domain, allowing it to find the relevant students. Open the Integrations tab and select Add Integration. Give the integration a name. This is entirely cosmetic and is for your reference only. Ensure the service is set to Google, then click the button to select a Google account with domain admin privileges. Once you've verified this account, the email address and domain will be automatically filled in. However, if necessary, you can update the domain name if the default isn't correct. Now set the integration to active and click Test Connection. If all is well, you should see a confirmation message in the top right, and you can save the new settings to continue. If it fails, please ensure that you are using an account with administrator access and that the domain name is correct. Now you can continue with the setup by returning to the Sites tab. A site is intended to represent an individual school or perhaps an individual building. Tutors can be given access to specific sites and can choose between them when they open the console, allowing you to control access at quite a high level. You need to create at least one site, so click the Add Site button and give it a suitable name. At this point, I would recommend that you give yourself access to this site to allow you to check it later. This isn't compulsory, but we recommend it so that you can check that the installation has worked as expected. To do this, select the Tutors tab on the left, select yourself, and then tick all of the boxes for your site. For this test, you only actually need the console user role, but you're likely to want full access later. Don't worry about the sliders for now, they can stay in the default left position. Next, let's find the Chromebook settings. Return to the Sites tab and click Chromebook Config for the site to open a pop-up with the relevant details. Here, you can see the ID and install source for the AB Tutor client extension, which tells Google Workspace everything it needs to install the extension, plus your tenant key and site ID, which tells the newly installed client where to connect to. The secret token option is not generally used for installation through Workspace, as authenticating users is preferable. Now you'll need to configure Google Workspace. If you still have the tab open from earlier, go back to it, otherwise open a new one and go to the Google Workspace Admin. From the console, go to Devices, Chrome, Apps and Extensions, and then go to Users and Browsers. On this page, look in Organizational Units on the left and select the OU you wish to deploy the AB Tutor client to. Remember that the AB Tutor client can only be deployed to user OUs, not device OUs. Click the Add button in the bottom right, and then the middle icon to add the Chrome app or extension by ID. This is where you'll need to start copying information over from the other tab. Click the copy button next to the extension ID and paste it into the field in the Workspace Admin. Select from a custom URL from the drop-down, and then copy the URL from the AB Admin interface into the new field and then click Save. Now the AB Tutor Client entry is in the list of apps, it should show the settings for it on the right, but if they're missing, simply click on the new app in the list. Change Installation Policy to Force Install, then scroll down to Permissions and URL Access and set it to Allow All Permissions. The next setting is the tenant key and site ID. Copy that from the AB Admin page and paste it in down at the bottom in the Policy for Extensions field. Finally, check that the update URL is set to use the installation URL. This option may not appear at first, but if you save the settings, it will be added. You can now click Save in the top right to update the settings so that the AB Tutor client will be pushed out to all of the relevant Chromebooks automatically. Please note, this can take up to a day, but typically completes in a few hours. When a user logs into a Chromebook with the extension installed, they will automatically be registered in AB Tutor. Additionally, client users will also be automatically registered when importing groups from Google Classroom. And that's it, you're done! If you have any problems with the Chromebook setup process, please let us know by emailing support@abtutor.com and we'll be happy to help you.